Okay, this gear review is for the Roland AC90. Acoustic chorus, great acoustic amp all around. It's got some cool features, and I've got it kind of tricked out with all the things hooked up to it that I need. And I'm going to go over and show you all that stuff that you may not know about this amp. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so here's the top part. You have your power. I'm just going to go over a couple of features on the top and in the back, and then I'm going to let you hear what it sounds like. Just so you know, I own the AC90 as well, and I kind of like this one better. And I'm going to go over why, and then what you can really look for in one of these. Power button, mute button, which is great, especially if it's playing right next to you. Your anti-feedback, I usually leave that off. You have reverb, which sounds great. It's not a spring reverb, it's kind of a hall. A delay is more of a slapback. We'll go over that. We have some choruses, two types of chorus, your master, and then your two channels. You basically have your guitar channel, and then each channel has a chorus button to turn on chorus. They're both on whatever, if you have reverb or delay, they both are on that. So you have to be careful what you want. So you don't want your, maybe you don't want your vocals to delay, but you do want your guitar. But you'll get both of them, is what I'm saying. So you have volume. These are both the same. Volume, bass, middle, treble. Pretty self-explanatory. You have a mic or a line set right here on your, let me turn the camera, right here on the microphone. You can put a 1/4 inch in the middle or a XLR. You have a phantom power switch, which is nice if you want to just use a large diaphragm or small diaphragm condenser mic. And then your guitar input. Now this channel is very voiced for guitar. It has magnetic or piezo pickups. So the shade button right here is a little different too. It's sort of a scoop sound, an enhanced sound. It's hard to explain, but I'll let you hear it. Okay, as you can see, I do have an iPod hooked up, a very old classic, but hey, it's 160 gigs, so you can't beat that. And I'm going to show you what everything's hooked up to in the back. Okay, so on the back panel, you have your XLR line outs, and those seem really hot. If you run that straight to a PA, it's a pretty hot signal. Someone explained that to me one time, and I'm really not, I forgot why. Your level out, line level out, and then this is the best thing, the best hidden feature about this amp, and I don't know why people don't use this, but this is your subwoofer out. Now as you can see, I'll grab the camera here, I have a cheap bass amp hooked up, wired straight into the back of the amp. Okay, so that was just a generic crate, you know, pawn shop type bass amp, but it's really just a powered sub, really. And if you use that with your Roland, another sub or some kind of a bass amp that gets you some kind of low end, it is the best sound on the market. Okay, then I have what I had my iPod hooked up to is my auxiliary in. And the thing about that is it only runs off the master volume and the volume of the actual device. So you can't, if your volume's up really high on the master, it's going to be extremely loud. You have your stereo inputs if you need them. Okay, and then so right here, here's your dual foot switches, your FS6s that you want to hook up, your Boss FS6, the unlatching, I believe, or maybe it's latching, I forget which one they want. But you have the tip would be the mute, and then the back would be the anti-feedback. So you can mute it with a foot switch, which is really nice. And then you can also turn your chorus on and off, and your reverb and delay on and off. This says it's just a DI straight out, a tuner out too. So if you need that, so that takes care of the back. Let's go ahead and listen to what it sounds like now. Okay, for the review, I'm going to use a BR280 by Blueridge. This is one of their top-of-the-line guitars. This is a very expensive Chinese guitar, I guess you could say. And it's got the LR bags, Anthem in there with the mic and the piezo pickup. So let's go ahead and I'll show you both. Okay, I'm going to turn all the I'm going to turn the reverb off. I'm going to put it on piezo. My setting on piezo. The master's almost halfway up. The bass, I'm just going to leave everything just pointing straight up. Okay? And I'm also going to turn off the bass amp. So you don't hear any of the low end that this thing has. Actually, you're going to hear all the low end that the actual Roland has, the AC90, and not the enhancement of the bass amp. And I'll turn it on later so you hear what it sounds like with it. Okay, so this is just a guitar, and my guitar is not set with a microphone in it or turned on. It's just the straight piezo plugged right into the Roland. I'm going to back away from, I'm going to turn up the Roland, and I'm going to back away so you try not to get any sound from the guitar. Okay, here we go. Just the Roland. Okay, now we're just going to mess around. I want to hit the shape button. Now you'll be able to tell, I'm trying to play the exact same thing. So you're going to be able to tell with the shape that it's like a sonic improvement. You'll hear it. Okay, definitely brightens it up for sure. Alright, so if we leave that on, I think it sounds pretty good. Maybe turn the treble down just a bit. Let's check out the reverb. Let's go crazy with it and just turn it up all the way so it's very noticeable. Okay, and then maybe just a moderate amount. There we go. Okay, let's try the delay all the way. Okay, how about just a little bit, and let's go ahead and hit the chorus. Turn on that channel. I'm probably not going to demonstrate the bottom channel, meaning it's a microphone channel. You can also use it as an instrument, but it's going to sound just the same without the shape on. So pretty much like that. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to turn on the first side here of the chorus. Let's see, there's two choruses, a space and a wide. And I think the wide's more of a stereo, but with such a small device, it's hard to hear stereo. So we're going to go ahead and just leave on some delay and chorus. Pretty neat. Okay, so let's go ahead. Of course, you can do just subtle. Let's say we do a little reverb, just a little chorus, more of a realistic, usable sound. let's go ahead and check out the wide, and then let's see, I'll turn up just maybe a little bit more. I guess if we're going to go all out, let's go wide and reverb. Okay, pretty crazy. Anyway, so once you get this, I'm sure you can play around with both of these and get whatever effect you're looking for. I like a little reverb. I'm really not a big chorus guy. Anyway, here's your anti-feedback. Basically when you start to hear something feeding back, you can kind of dial that in and then hit your auto start, or just pull it over here to the auto part. It does seem to cut certain frequencies. That's sort of how it works. So I leave it off unless I need to have it. I'm going to go ahead and just dial in some sounds I like. And let's turn on the bass so you hear the low end that this thing can get. It may be hard to tell on your this video, on this YouTube video, but I'm going to go ahead and try and see if I can pull in some low end. And I'm going to roll in some of the microphone on my my guitar as well. This is the piezo here on the Anthem pickup. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm going to dial in sort of the sound I like. I'm going to hit the shape. I got my bass amp kicking. If you have a bigger amp, it sounds really good. I hooked this thing up to a sort of a half stack bass amp rig one time, and it was amazing. Almost too much for the acoustic guitar, but it was a really good sound when I could get it from feedback. So this is the sound that I would typically use, sort of a scooped mid sound on here, not too bright though. Good if you have if you're a finger stylist and you like to hit and you want that bass amp to kick. So if you have that you know, your palm hitting that top of your guitar, you're really going to get that thump out of the bass amp. Now that's one advantage that this thing has against everybody else in the market, is the fact that it has the ability to, you can dial in and make the biggest bass rig you want on top of this thing. Or I guess I should say underneath it. So you can put in a ton of low end, as much as you want this thing to kick. Like I said, so if you're a finger stylist or you like to play with your fingers at all, like on the guitar, you get that low end from those strings. I'll demonstrate. I'll turn that back off. A bass amp off. And back on again. Well, okay, that's one of the features I love about this amp. I've had the AC90 and I've had this one as well, obviously. And one of the cool things, they also come with their own carrying case, so you can, with enough room to put microphones and some cables and whatnot. The strap did break on mine, but I got a new one that's a little more heavy duty and seems to work great. I've had it for years. I've gigged with this thing for a long time, multiple gigs, and it's just solid. Most Boss and Roland stuff really is, to be honest. So anything I don't like about this amp is I wish it was maybe just a bit louder than it was. The AC90, I did upgrade from the 60 to the 90 just for overall power, but I do wish it was just a little bit louder. And other than that, maybe another channel. Of course, you always need more channels. But if it's just a duo or you by yourself doing a solo act anywhere, this is more than enough than you would need. This is great, and if you're a finger stylist, you would absolutely die for this amp, especially the fact that you can buy your own bass amp and have your own subwoofer hooked up to this. It works great. It has a very the input channel is amazing for a guitar. It's very voiced for that, and then the other one is for microphones and another instrument if you want to play that. Put it in there. But it's really built for as an acoustic amp slash PA. So this is really a dream come true for a lot of players. Well, hope you enjoy the review, and hope to see you next time. Please subscribe.